Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Nissan 300ZX car. If someone asked you about a Japanese coupe from the 1990s, most would probably point to the Honda Prelude or Toyota Celica. Only a few would mention the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, Toyota Supra, or Nissan 300ZX, primarily because they're in a completely different league. The Nissan 300ZX can be powered by one of two V6 engines. The basic option is a naturally aspirated 3.0-liter engine with 230 horsepower. Equipped with this engine, the car can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 7 seconds, with a limited top speed of 235 km per hour. This is a typical high-revving Japanese engine that presents no major problems during operation. Unfortunately, finding one with this engine is no easy task, even if you're looking for a car in Western Europe. The twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 is much more popular. The Nissan 300ZX with this engine, in its 283 horsepower version, reaches 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour, in just 5.9 seconds, and the speedometer needle stops at 250 km per hour, 155 miles per hour. Both engines sound refined, but the more powerful version is more flexible, making acceleration more enjoyable. With a relaxed drive, the car will consume around 13 to 14 L, 100 kilometers. If you prefer to travel faster, you'll have to accept fuel consumption of 18 to 19 L, 100 kilometers. The increased power also comes at the cost of more frequent breakdowns, particularly turbocharger seizure. Furthermore, both variants are prone to engine control electronics failures and ignition module damage. The V6 also tends to overheat occasionally. Be warned! The European market is full of worn-out examples with poorly modified versions that require immediate engine overhauls. Before purchasing a Nissan 300ZX, I recommend thoroughly checking the engine's condition. Otherwise, you'll be faced with significant repair costs right from the start. There's also a limited slip differential with a viscous clutch, better known as an LSD. Two transmissions are available, a 5-speed manual and a 4-speed automatic. The car features fully independent suspension. Despite its long production life, the car hasn't been subjected to Euro NCAP crash tests like other sports models of this type. The fuel pump isn't particularly durable. If it's not replaced in time, a complete engine overhaul will be necessary. Leaks in the turbocharger system are also a common problem with the Nissan 300ZX. The gearbox synchronizers also wear out very quickly. I recommend a thorough inspection of the torque converter rods. I recommend avoiding tuned models, as the drivetrain components often struggle to cope with the excess power. Prices range from €4,500 to over €10,000. The market is dominated by neglected and unprofessionally tuned cars. These are best avoided. When choosing a Nissan 300ZX, be aware of the high cost of some components. Parts are also not as readily available as for European coupes. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and rate my video. If you know of any issues with this car that I haven't mentioned, be sure to share them in the comments.